Have you ever truly contemplated the sheer magnitude of human suffering that laid the foundation of the modern global economy? Welcome back to our World Top 100 Events documentary series, where today we analyze the 61st occurrence, the transatlantic slave trade. This state-sponsored system of human trafficking forcibly relocated over 12 million Africans across the vast Atlantic Ocean over 4 centuries. We shall now journey deep into the harrowing details of this historical atrocity to understand its enduring impact on our world today. Our investigation begins with the origins of a system that transformed human beings into mere commodities for international commercial profit. The narrative commences in the late 1400s when Portuguese mariners first established coastal outposts for maritime commerce and exploration. Before the arrival of European ships, West Africa consisted of diverse empires with sophisticated governance systems and a rich cultural heritage. Enslavement often began with violent raids where entire families were captured and bound together for the long march toward the distant coast. Raiding parties, sometimes fueled by European firearms, systematically dismantled villages and social structures. The captured were forced to march hundreds of miles through dense tropical terrain, their necks secured in heavy wooden yokes that caused immense physical trauma. Many succumbed to exhaustion, thirst, and grief before even reaching the sea. Upon reaching the shoreline, the survivors were imprisoned in dark, suffocating dungeons beneath massive stone fortresses known as slave castles. In these damp, overcrowded cells, they awaited the arrival of the next transport vessel. Before boarding the ships, individuals were frequently stripped naked and branded with glowing hot irons to identify them as the property of specific trading corporations or private owners. This branding was a literal mark of dehumanization. Captains utilized tight packing strategies, calculating that squeezing more bodies into the hold would offset the inevitable mortality rates during the long voyage. The historical deck plans reveal a terrifying efficiency in the storage of human lives. The atmosphere below decks was pestilential, filled with the loathsome smells of sweat, blood, and excrement that made the air unfit for respiration. Mortality rates frequently soared above 15% due to dysentery and smallpox. The maritime journey across the Atlantic could last for months, with the wooden vessels frequently battered by violent storms and unpredictable weather patterns. For those chained below, every wave brought a new wave of terror and sickness. Upon arrival in the Americas, the survivors were subjected to the further indignity of the auction block, where they were advertised and sold like livestock. Families were routinely separated and individuals were dispersed to distant colonies. In Brazil and the Caribbean, millions were forced into the labor-intensive sugar industry, producing the white gold that enriched European empires. The grueling work in the sugar mills was lethal, with life expectancies often measured in just a few years. North America became another major destination where the labor of the enslaved fueled the rapid expansion of the tobacco and cotton industries. The profits from this global enterprise provided the capital that launched the Industrial Revolution. Modern financial institutions, including major banks and insurance companies, trace their early growth to the slave trade's complexities. Every ledger and every chain serves as a silent witness to the resilience and the suffering of the enslaved. Despite the systematic dehumanization, the spirit of resistance never faded, leading to major plantation uprisings. The Haitian Revolution of 1791 saw the first successful slave revolt leading to a new nation. We have reached the conclusion of our deep exploration into the 61st most significant event in the history of mankind. Understanding this dark chapter is essential for recognizing the resilience of the human spirit and the absolute necessity of justice. Thank you for joining us today for this important documentary. I hope you found this historical analysis both informative and meaningful. 구독과 좋아요를 눌러주세요. 감사합니다.